And finds the first kill on the mirror, looking to stick on around. And this is interesting aggression coming out from the CTs. They've already found a pick, and Tizian still going to be poking and prodding for more. And he is being hunted down by Forrester, but Faven able to put him down.
And Big will be looking to try and rummage together a few more headshots, but it's Crad that comes out, reeling with his Glock. Opens up a little bit of real estate on the monster side, but they need to try and capitalize on this one as he runs through with the bombs. Been tagged down a little bit, but takes the head instantly off of Faven and goes in for more. Searson's now been put down in the dumps. And suddenly this round is spinning on its head. It's tabseN and Crimbo to do it all. Crimbo holds his line, but it's all a ruse. In the meanwhile, Elian is making moves over on the A side of the map.
Still need to get the bomb over there to Vince, and that's going to allow a lot of time for Big to rotate a couple of players back. We have another CT making his way inside to connect to Crimbo. We won't be expecting this. Nickelback, he needs to win this duel. Instead, he opts to just leg it towards the A bomb side, and Crimbo, does he go for the hunt is the question. Nickelback waiting for him to push on in. 25 seconds, they need to get the bomb down.
Yeah, time running so scarce. And now able to pivot at the back of the site, waiting. Anticipating the plant to come down. Now can show his hand. He won't get the frag, but he does force them away to reposition. They're sneaking the bomb underneath the nose. They've somehow got this plant down, and now Nickelback 1-on-1. Up against tabseN, still alive, still about kicking, and Crimbo takes off the first head, but whiffs the second time of asking. And
they go for the hit.
Oh yeah, I think so. They're trying to get aggressive instead with the A4. Here come the flashes and the Molotovs, forcing away some of these defenders, and it puts more pressure on Tizian back to the wall, but he comes out, and Crad was still watching Connector. And with this life staying in position on Tizian, it leaves them in such an awkward spot for the engage, but they've done it, and it's that man Mia. The aggression that we were talking about, the X-Factor player, has stood tall and delivered, and that's allowed Entropiq not just the bomb plant, but the round.
Spire, that could be the call for the rotation to take place. For the time being, though, it is all on tabseN. And Entropiq, they're opting to group up and go for this A hit. They have the read. They know it is going to be the rotation towards B. They know the defense might be weak towards this A bomb side. And with 28 seconds on the clock, they need to make a bit of haste.
This could play into tabseN. HE tossed in, will be doing damage. Decent chunk onto Crad. Slows it down. Now the cavalry beginning to stampede its way up onto the A site. They still haven't managed to burst out just yet, and tabseN, with 2 huge kills, is locking it down single-handedly. He should have bought up enough time for his teammates to pick up their pieces, and they'll do just that. A valiant, heroic effort from tabseN, and those two...
It's an early man advantage here for the side of Big.
And that shows how confident Tizian is, because keep in mind, he died through the smoke in a previous round. The double stack, double peek, and Crimbo doubles up. Big. A cracking start to the round, looking way more confident and solid in this one. The bomb spilled out just outside of Monster, and the CTs do have eyes on this. So it's looking good for Big to double up and half the deficit. Entropiq, though, still have Crad, still have... Faven actually heard that and relayed the information to the rest of their teammates, and the rest should be a formality. As Mia was dropped the AK from the low Forrester, but now he has bit the dust for the last time in round 9. CS in the meanwhile puts his AWP to use, but traded back is Tizian from Elian. Keeping this round at least in the realms of possibility. It's unlikely they get anything done, but Forrester has put another headshot in, and suddenly this is getting a little bit tentative. 25 seconds left. Molly is good, but gets extinguished, and now it's down to that man Forrester. The first player to take any damage in this round has to go full circle. Player up in heaven looking to try and remove the head. Takes it down. He's got 15 seconds, and he has a good idea as to where Crimbo currently resides. One bullet onto Forrester could seal the deal, but he clutches it down with 23 HP. Overshadowed a couple of rounds here. Likes of Mia really pulling their weight. Krad's had a couple of massive entries, but he's up to the task as well if he needs to be. But CSGO now locks it down in bathrooms. That's the bomb that gets spilled down additionally. And CSGO can moonwalk his way out of the smoke into bathrooms, and he is scot-free. Elian, though, will return the favor. But Tizian's right there again. Just a death by 1,000 paper cuts mentality. Hit and run. Guerrilla warfare coming in for Big, and it's another one onto Krad. Send them be Forrester, whether it be Mia. And when Big are winning rounds, it seems comfortable. It seems clear-cut, but they've lost CSGO. Although he did connect the shot into Crad, he's down to 2 HP and gets traded out. And that will put tabseN on the back foot. Now, Crad's been finalized from the HE of Faven, but he gets traded as well. And Entropiq maintain their player advantage.
Just one player now defending towards the A-bomb side is going to be tabseN. The moment he gets found out here, That A-bomb site's open for business, and they should be just holding W right now. They're just going to be legging it, and that's the opportunity for Tizian to sneak on in from behind. But there is a player watching. Is he going to spot Fat Tizian is the question. I think he just walked on past. There is a world here that Tizian can shut this one down. Mir, ready and waiting. Tizian's aware as well. The wide swing. Mir is so aware. And I'm quite sure his teammate towards the monster, I do believe that was Forrester, might have seen a pixel.
Yeah, that pixel could have made all the difference because it looked like they would just be hitting A really quick. As you said, hold that W. Molotov isn't great, though. That's not going to stop Crimbo from peeking this. And will that lull him to a false sense of security?
No. They're trying to hound him. He's trapped in the corner. But the flashbang is brilliant from his captain. And Crimbo and Sirson, the 1-2 wombo combo. And just like that, Vince, a minute and 23 seconds on the clock. And the round's pretty much done. Where did it even go? Look at where the CTs are. Look at a minimap. There's a player pushing up T-spawn. There's one towards party. And there's one on top of connector. There is nowhere for the final two members to head towards. And it's unless they get a kill. Which they will. But still not looking good.
That's really scrappy from Faven. Like, really, he should be doing better. He did 27 HP in damage through the wall there. Unfortunate, but this is where that flank comes in, and Tizian with the A4 puts it to use. Krad's been already nullified, and there's the double spray. Crushes the head of Tizian, takes connector control, but he's pretty much on an island by himself. Krad gets aggressive, big kill. Very important frag. Big on the back foot already in a 3-on-5.
Tapson being patient, the clotheslines Mir. Alien needs backup. He needs backup stat, and he will be spotted. Able to somehow still get the tag onto Crimbo and the follow-up despite being blinded. That is huge, and he's seen Sirson as well, but Sirson with a scout very deadly, but Alien showing how much more deadly he can be. Going for the jumping scout as well, and Sirson will control
the heart of the map, and they can decide to rotate back on B if they should choose. And with two players here, and a bit of early intel as well from Krad, that may not be the wisest of decisions, because now Krad can hold the line with Forrester, who has the close angle. They're going to bait in. There's a team kill from Searson. Puts a bullet in the back of his teammate's head. However, they're still getting entries, but it now comes down with 17 seconds to Searson to try and pick up the mantle again, and Krad will suppress intelligent play, and there's no reason that Tapson would turn around. Why would he ever turn around in this position right now? Mia is following him in, sussing out this round. Forrester with the frag, and now Mia with the round in the palm of his hand is going to snatch the life away of Big. Those two kills should be enough. Bomb spilled down, 20 seconds, 3 players already up close. This is all the beauty of the information, the patience proving to be a virtue. Comfortable and clean entry frag. So hopefully, from their perspective, they can actually convert this one. Mia spoilt for choice, gets one, but traded out instantly afterwards. So Big maintain the player advantage, force away Entropiq, but they need to hold on to this one. Faven, good spray. Krad goes down on Monster. Surely, this is their time to break the curse of this T-half.
Nickel back, though. Doesn't stick around. Ooh, so lucky to be alive. The scout. He's gonna go for the repick, the absolute madman. And now it's all on Elliot. He knows where the second player is as well. Oh, this is just palsy from Elliot.
In this overpass leaflet yet. Crimbo with the angle should be getting this frag onto Nickelback with that perfect crosshair placement. And the bomb is being planted over on the A side of the map. Another frag from Crimbo. Starting to show what he can deliver. 22 kills to his name. Could be a 23rd if Krad slow peeks into his crosshair. But he's pulled out a flashbang, and that will be his life deemed forfeit. They want to try and take this AWP away from Krad, but even if he were to fall, there's plenty of funds left for Entropiq. Whereas on the other side of the thing, this can get really dangerous really quick. Big don't have much funds to play with. This has now got way too costly, and Krad may not be done just yet. That smoke's about to clear. Player to his left-hand side. Also has Searson down on the monster. He tries to pull away. Takes down Favon as well. Big have been destroyed. Yes, they win 3-on-3. Plant hasn't come down on Forrester. Nullifies Searson. Advantage now firmly in favor of Entropiq. Bomb has just been planted down. Molotov could be extinguished. That was an important moment in this round. If Crimbo took down Mia, it would be a 2-on-2 and they'd have control over Monster. As it stands though, Tizian not for the first time in a clutch situation on low HP. And it's looking like he may go down. Spray is good for the first, but now his position is compromised and he will fall. Entropiq take the first map 16-11.
Great awareness from Mir. Just go for the wide swing. He knew they could be the opera looking his direction, right? With the bomb in the open. There's so much map control for Entropiq, but how are they going to hold on is the question. And the answer is they won't. Krat will fall and they catch Mir backpedaling back towards short position as Nickelback at least able to trade one, but a flash is so good but somehow able to stay alive.
Oh, that seemed like it was set up for Forrester to have a field day with those Julies, but instead he gets splattered across the floor. And now Alien has to put in some work with USP. One headshot comes through, but he does get traded out instantly afterwards. And now Nickelback, not only did he survive, by the way, he kept all 100 of his hit points with him as well. Somehow a miracle play. Still in with a chance here. 57 HP becomes 0 as Nickelback splatters the second player, still on 100% of his hit points. And keep in mind, he actually clutched over on Overpass when it looked like Crimbo was going to take it away, but it's Tizian that makes sure that the final nail has been put in.
There is a Molotov in hands of Tapson, and that can flush him out from that position, Vince. This could make things very uncomfortable, but he's managed to somehow thread the needle and find a semblance of safety, and a smoke picked up for his teammate as well. He's buying time as his teammate in the middle, that is Mir, poking and prodding. He's coming in from behind. He could just shut this one down alone.
It's the timing though. Do they go check it in? This double spray for Mia. And now he just needs to stay alive. Grenade down. He couldn't even clean this one up. Crimbo's going to put an end to his kill streak. But this round has come to an abrupt end. Considering that Entropiq picked up the first kill, it looked like there was a life sign with Tabson's flick, but everything else has worked against Big.
But that's giving so much information here for Entropiq to work with. They don't have to worry about long at all, but what a peek from Tapson and Crimbo to follow up as well. And that A short hold has been absolutely dismembered. They had all the information they needed, but its retake is still doable, Vince. They know they have long control to work with.
Yeah, they need this next pick, but it's Crad that goes down. And Searson has put Entropiq against the ropes. I'd be concerned if they even went for this retake. I think holding the M4s might be the call, even with their economy being in a solid shape to rebuy again. The chances of you managing to battle uphill, having lost the high ground, is so minimal, and Mia will not be afforded that luxury. So actually it's going to be a Galil that gets held onto. Far from ideal. Entropiq will go 2-4 behind, and as you said,
left all control of mid. They're just committing to its A plane. They have no options. The second flashbang comes out. He deals so much of damage, does Forrester, but not quite able to confirm the kill. And now the 4v2.
Oh, that Molotov, though, will it extend? Not quite, not required. Crimbo removes the head of Nickelback. Big's entry fragging has been on point. These last couple of rounds, Entropiq have not had an eye to really peek towards and get anything off. And now Mia is in such an awkward position. His position now known. Stuck. He knows he's going to have to battle his way out of this round. There's no easy retreat. He's not sure as to where a couple of these players are. Stands to reason at least one would be perched on the site or on the back boxes. But this round is over, and he knows it. He's going to try and dart back into the shadows of CT spawn
Towards the tucked in position, but gets taken down, and despite Krad getting hounded, Nickelback's able to somehow bring this one back. Never mind, Tizian with a perfect flashbang from Tapson, able to bring this one back for his side. Now a 3v3.
Oh, such an important kill. I thought Crimbo had spotted Mia and would go for that pre-fire. If that goes against Entropiq, they're in real trouble. Instead, though, they can now try and encircle and constrict Big, who is stuck on long, stuck on ramp, and have to try and fight their way out of this. Very important moment coming up, and Tizian passes with flying colors. Smoke onto the site. Timing is off, though, and Tapson gets punished. There's still a minute on the clock, but the bomb is spilled down on A. Which is going to play hell with Tizian's prospects of clutching this. If he had the bomb, he could try and fake a B-sided play. Orp shot goes awry, but Forrester is there to clean it up. And Entropiq have secured their third.
Could not have been any better. I'm actually shocked that Crimbo hasn't taken more than 15 points of damage. It's right at his feet there. Valve, come on.
Just CS nades things, man. Like, they never make sense. You know, it's...
There's They've actually tried. Vince. But it's something about CS:GO, Nate. Like you said, it's one of those things you'll never solve it. It's like UFOs.
Oh, Nickelback, so many flashes. He is unable to really muster anything, but fortunately for him, his teammates step up to the plate. He's making moves up. It allows these two remaining CTs to stay on the A site. This positional play is huge, but Alien has been found, fragged down alongside Forrester, and this is where the flank loses its value. The flank is only as good as the foundation that can be built upon, and that foundation has been ripped out, gutted by Big. Searson misses his chance punish, but Mia's gonna get peeked, survives longer than expected, but Tabson still explode out. Pop flash, though, will force him away. But so much time has been whittled away here, but there's only 30 seconds left, and Entropiq don't really have much to show for it.
They need to make up their mind. They need to decide where they want to head towards, and that's going to be the B play. Searson, he's aware of this. Remember, he's very, very low indeed, but a scout from range, he could try and whittle away the players. One player on the B bomb side, though, is going to come down to the man himself holding on.
CSGO is now going to be joining him as well with a scout, and he's landing some shots, gets fragged down, but there's Crimbo. 10 seconds. They need an entry. They need it right now, and it's Crimbo that locks it down, and he can upgrade.
That is so lucky for Searson to stay alive. They shouldn't be expecting a second player, though, right? But they are. The Molotov's going to flush out Tabson, and now the jig is up. Now they know where both the CTs are, but so do Big. And Tabson out in the open, somehow combating his way out of what should have been his grave, and he stays alive. And now look at the health for the T's. Ellie on 8, Nickelback on 34 HP. Searson making a lot of noise, and that's going to be Nickelback to find him. And now the 1v2 for Tabson.
HE a little bit too early, too shallow, will not be affecting either of Entropiq. 22 seconds. He may think that they've gone for a rotation back over on the B side. That would be the incorrect call. He's also able to now snake his way up onto the catwalk. He had the lower ground, realizing that his chances of clutching from that position were low. Now he's got an opportunity. Incendiary out, gets peeked in, and there's Nickelback. Alien's got the most of those trades. Peek out is awkward, gets punished. Mia back with one, but it won't be good enough. So an excellent start to the round. We'll see Big with a two-player advantage. Nickelback out through the middle, but Tabson deals the fatal blow. And that puts Forrester into a 1-on-4. First kill is clean. Not too far off landing a second onto Tabson as well, and he's just going to continue to pick up the pace. He knows that his days are numbered in this round. He's going to go out on a shield on his own terms, and Tabson will oblige. So Big.
It's a mid and B area this time around from Big, and they could be aware of that. They could be like, listen, they've never really gone for this play. Oh, Mir catches the timing as Crimbo's able to trade onto its Crab, and Mir opening up mid with 2 quick kills, and they know where Crimbo is, and they know it's only one defender. Crimbo 30 kills already and is looking for more.
It might be only one, but this guy is a one-man wrecking crew. He is worth multiple players right now, and that's why they line up. And he executes both. Alien, Nickelback, Forrester are all victims of Crimbo once again. He had a very slow game, I would say, for the first map and a half of this series, but better late than never. Missing that shot shouldn't be punished too hard, though, as he's got teammates around him. And they can afford a couple of casualties because they still have a huge advantage. Frags coming thick and fast, leaving Mir alone. Spray finally does connect, but there is Faven to put this map to an end. 16-10, returning the favor of Overpass.
And Kratz looking to crack some skulls.
Oh, but instead he's actually received a headshot, and he's been finished off by the HE of Crimbo. Dunks down on Crad. And as he mentioned, they don't have any kits. They don't really have any grenades either to play with. So conceding the bomb plant that early on and a play is huge. But Mia pivots round and punishes Tabson. Removes his head. 4-play-4 in this potential retake. And very important moment from Forrester, but he will fail. He will stumble. He will fall and trip in the CT spawn. But with Nickelback making moves and inroads through on the Palace, maybe there's a way forward. Tizian swipes away the remaining.
Clean round from Big. I'm going to go back and watch this demo just for the pistol round. It was done so clinically. But we have the force spy coming out here from Entropiq, and Alien's going to open things up by taking down Crimbo and gets another kill. And a max 7 now towards the ramp position. And Entropiq a 2v5 in a blink of an eye.
Sorry, Big. What's going on here? A complete dumpster fire for round, and Faven is the only player that struck anything. But Entropiq with a force spy survive this. Nickelback, Molotov down. That will extend to Tizian. Fire or bullets. I think he made the correct decision. I'd definitely rather get shot there in that situation. Favin comes back with a 1D, so maybe they are going to return the favor yet. And Crimbo's making moves. We know his aim is pristine, but Mia will make sure that Deagle cannot sing. And he doubles up with a duet kill onto CSGO, and it's gone from bad to worse. It looks like Entropiq are going to put an end to these 4 spy wars, for the time being at least, because the bomb has been planted down, and Favin with the Deagle can maybe just twist the knife. If he can get another kill or 2, that would put the CTs into an awkward position financially, and he had chances that can't quite connect the dots. However, Entropiq will be picking up their second round as a comfortable defuse comes in.
Yeah, if you got one more kill there,
which could have alleviated the pressure that was mounting. So a 3-on-3. Entropiq, though, have got up close pretty fast through on Catwalk side. Spray's not quite on point, but it is keeping Big in awkward positions and allows the pincer maneuver to come in through on the app side. So Elian, still healthy, still in the fight, should be tag teaming together in tandem for this potential retake, but Favin has put a wrench in the works. Elian will remove it as Nickelback removes heads left and right. Crimbo falls down to his wake, leaving Tabson one-on-one with the Deagle, tickling the bomb. They have to go for this defusal. Tabson with one, switches his attention elsewhere. There's no time. Tabson's going to clutch this one out, and Big pick up their second round. Damage inflicted and finished off, finalized the kill from Nickelback. CSGO falls on Catwalk. There was a chance, but Forrester wasn't required in the end. Nickelback doubles up, and Tizian's now given his position away. Nice kill to Nickelback mid-air. Plenty of time left, but no control over the bomb on Tizian. Does have a molly and a flash by his side. They're starting to gradually sneak his way into the market. Big headshot splatters Forrester, and suddenly it's down to Crad. Now the bomb is over on Catwalk. It's now been smoked off, but they both have the same idea. They're about to collide head to head, but Tizian, perfect angle, misses the spray. Doesn't get punished, but allows Crad to live to fight another day. And now Crad is watching the angle. Tables turn, but Tizian's crosshair could not have been better placed, and he makes amends.
the buy round now for Entropiq though.
Smokes down on middle, does afford Mia to thread the eye of the needle, put a bullet in the head of CSGO, but a trades back and forth and Tabson and Tizian going above and beyond, shutting down mid. It was looking good for Entropiq at one point, but it's come collapsing down around them. Spray does afford Elian to at least try and bring this round back under some semblance of control, but he runs head first into Crimbo, and that is a wall that will not come down. Big 5-2.
Take advantage of it.
Does afford him safe passage to smoke. I say that though, but Tizian's now sprung out of Palace. All three casualties have been felt on the A side of the map, but it is stacked in favor of the T's. Crad missing out on his chance. And yeah, they were spraying through the smoke. They knew he had to be up close because Tizian had already made inroads outside of the Palace. Forrester will punish Tizian for the time being. Here comes the opportunistic play. Mia threads in for one, but traded out is Forrester, and that leaves Mia all alone. He's on 12 kills, however. He's top fragging on the server, even with his team at a 2-6 deficit. Now perched up on the staircase. Spots one player and CSGO.
As I said, they need help. The A play comes out again. Again, it has to be retake C. The player's going to come charging on in. It's going to be Nickelback, but the player's crossing over. Trades are taking place, though. And Nickelback somehow able to get away with murder. 2 plays for him, but Crimbo snuck in. There's no way they're expecting this. And Crimbo, despite the fact that he wasn't able to trade for his teammates, the fact it pushed him so deep into CT might seal the deal here for Entropiq. But there is a massive flank taking place.
Yeah, this is certainly a potential round-winning moment. Maybe on the comeback trail. Crad making moves through on jungle is joined by Connector, but there's the wide swing from Tabs and removes the head instantly. And now Elian may have the benefit of being able to drop some damage with the element of surprise, but he's now been compromised. HE finishes off Tabson, but it's at the cost of more lives. Tell me that.
That's the bomb down, and it's a 3v2. Unless Tizian can find this kill, which he will. Can he pull this one back like he did earlier on? That's the question. This time he's got backup as well in the form of Favin, but it's all down on the man alone. Bomb out in the open, 34 seconds to work with. He knows where one player is. Does he spot the second? Yes, he does. I'm not sure why Crad had to go for the peek there, and now the 1v1.
And he saw Mia. He saw him on Catwalk early, so he knows he's going to be rotating in from the B side. Allows him safe passage for the plant and a retreat. He can reposition. Favin could win this. Favin will win it with the spray. Already burning down to 44 elsewhere on the map. Some aggression through on the upside. Tizian will get splatted, and Forrester goes in. That's the bomb drop as well. A real chance, a real opportunity for Entropiq to finally get another round on the board, and the Molotov's also been extinguished. Big in trouble here.
There's no need for Forrester to stick around. That's fine. You don't have to sit on the bomb. You have a two-man advantage. And he's gonna go for more. That's what the doctor ordered, Vince. I literally just said, you want to go for maybe some B apartments control. Try and take the fight to big. Don't make them feel so comfortable. And they finally do it. And Forrester, he will be taken down, but still, this should be the round for big.
I thought CSM was about to pull the trigger there. Tabson alive, but not for much longer. And Entropiq's first round and what will feel
by big. And I like this. Aggressive posturing. He's got his teammate nearby as well. Good read, but Tabson able to trade. This one's still going to stick around, though, and Crimbo will be caught by Nickelback, walking in through the smoke before it fades. Only man advantage here. Can at least get to 4. It could be big. No pun intended, of course.
They are sneaking their way out onto A site, though. Tabson's been found, and Crad will shut Faven down in the back. So Entropiq, they're 11-4 behind, but they at least end in winning ways. And we have seen teams come back from this 11-4 deficit quite a few times. Slowly pushing his way in, has a Molotov. Downside here for the T's, they have no smokes left. There's 35 seconds. They need impact. They need entries. That is the currency they need to exchange. Spray's good from Crimbo. Will get traded out, though, but a Molotov was dropped down, and there's Searson from the B-App Seashell strike. His aim true, but Forrester make sure that's not a done deal. This round is still up for debate, still up for grabs, but Forrester's life snatched away from Tabson on the cross, and the bomb is in such an awkward spot. 13 seconds left, and Crad, I think he's going to save. He's decided. Now, Tabson's also had an uptrend as well. He's on 18. He's really stepped things up on the CT side. Smoke is well-timed and well-placed, and the flashbang affords Nickelback some safe passage, but not for much longer. Tizian traded out before Searson will shut down Forrester in the back, and Searson's angle is an awkward one. Crad, while flashbang deals with Tabson, and now Mia explodes through connector. It's just back and forth chaos right now. Faven is still alive. Crimbo's still alive. A minute left on the clock.
We need a breather here. Everything's going to slow down a bit as I say that Crimbo will be decapitated. And it's all in Faven. And there's a player lying in wait. He has no idea, Vince.
No idea, but he may have just escaped. Just in time, or has he? He moves in.
Now the MP9, sorry, the MAC-10 right behind him is going to completely ignore him. That is such good discipline from Crimbo, but he will be traded. But in the distraction, Faven will strike, almost finds Nickelback, but he will fall.
Yeah, a ton of damage done, but now Mia. He comes out with the axe and swings it to Tizian's head. The guillotine coming down thick and fast. The bomb may not be required after all, because Nickelback is just dealing in death, dealing in savagery. Tabson's the next player to fall, and Searson's already looking for his way out of here. Entropiq are bringing this back. We're in a position now where the next round big are going to have so little funds to play with. There's every chance that Entropiq get double digits. 2 rounds shy of big, potentially. If Searson can hold on to this AWP, though, it would be a Hail Mary play for the next round, but he will. This is so massive. He doesn't have to push any further. He's going to hear the footsteps as well. Tizian has this round in the palm of his hand. Can he snatch the life away? There's one. He would have heard 2 footsteps, though. He knows that Forrester is here as well. Forrester wasn't sure if a second player was through there and still gets the entry. Back on, but he's all alone. His position known. And how big have managed to make moves elsewhere. 2 AWPs in play. This could get sketchy if they miss their opportunity. And Forrester with the run-gun approach. This is not a foregone conclusion of a round. We'll be bypassing the player in jungle. Faking as if he's moving through on the window side. Now we're peeking back up into big. They're going to try and bypass the smoke as well as Crimbo passes by. Ellie, in the meanwhile, though, gets an entry onto Tizian in the head. They still don't know about this player in the smoke. I'm not sure if anyone heard this. Tabson now realizing as he sprays into Nickelback, and Crimbo has heard the shot from his right-hand side with the MP9 now going to strike like a snake in the grass. That Coil Viper has been defanged, and in doing so, Searson stands alone against the world, and he decides that his chances are looking pretty bleak as he tries to dip out of there. Looked like my movement for a couple of seconds, but it's fine. He's still going to be getting away into underpass. However, that means Entropiq get an 11th round, Blair.
That's me trying to go for any jumps in window every single time, but it is actually insane how Entropiq took down the look. We saw the player push in from, I'm not sure, I think it was Favin or Tizian, flank in all the way from T-spawn. You can look at the radar, you see the little X mark. He was in T-spawn. And if you can find Sirson, there is a world that Entropiq can turn this one around.
Absolutely, but that has to happen sooner rather than later because only 30 seconds left. Ellie now's given the spot away and connector, although I'm pretty sure Big realized that was a distinct possibility. Nickelback on the drive-by, though, removes the head. And now Tabson, last line of defense on the A side, can't do anything about this plant. Can't deny it. Nickelback goes in for another one, and here's Elian. Entropiq, with their back against the wall, swing wildly and connect the haymaker. And now it's up to Crimbo to try and retrieve this round, but it has been dashed. Big have let this round slip away. And it was mainly off that Nickelback move. He's on 27 kills right now, having tons of impact. Rifles being picked up. AWP still in play for Searson. This round is anybody's. Meanwhile, the T's looking to try their hand out on the A side, but Tizian swats away Nickelback. He will not have 2 heroic rounds back to back, but they still haven't dealt with the middle contingent and the AWP and bomb carrier of Elian, who should be getting Searson. He took so long on the shot.
What?
Did he take his hand off the mount? Like, what happened there?
It's like he fell asleep at the wheel, Vince. But there was no Jesus. He just crashed and burned. And Mir now left alone, 56 HP. Oh, the Molotov's not deep enough. This is Big playing aggressive. This is scary. This is worrying.
Oh, it's a bait and switch as well. Even if Searson missed that shot, there's a second player in the ramp. Up close. Tabson gets caught with an nade out, but still sprays down for 1. Crowd comes back with one of his own, but he's dropped to 37 in the process. And considering that Big have a huge weapon advantage, an HP advantage, and now the bomb, it's looking grim for Entropiq. This is it. It's a done deal. A valiant attempt, but it wasn't enough.
Okay. Oh, boy.